everyone. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another English lesson. So, just before we start, can I make sure that everybody who is in this lesson has already read or listened to chapter 5, okay? If you're not sure where that is, you can find that either on the YouTube channel or on yesterday's assignment on Teams, okay? But you need to listen to that before you're ready for today's lesson. Okay, perfect. So, we're going to get started. The word of the day for today is mirage, okay? A mirage is an optical illusion caused by atmospheric conditions. All right, and you may have heard this before. For example, when people are in deserts, okay, when they're in deserts, it can often appear as a sheet of water, okay, or this could be on a hot road as well. And it's an optical illusion, okay. It's something that your mind is tricking you. All right, good. So our learning objective for today: as a writer, can I use my knowledge of characters to write a note of advice? And we're going to start with our grammar and punctuation. We're going to look at nouns, verbs, and adjectives today, okay? And you are going to record whether each underlined word is a noun, verb, or adjective. So here is the table. Right, what I want you to do is pause now and have a go. You can just tick, or you don't have to write out the table. You could just say, like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it a noun, verb, adjective? Okay. So pause here, have a go, and then we'll come back. Right, welcome back. So we're going to go through the answers, okay? So the first sentence, please turn off the light. Now, in this sentence, light is a noun, okay? Light is a thing, and this is the name of the thing. Please turn off the light, okay? Just like a light in a room, please turn off the light. The second one, it isn't very light in here, okay? Now, in this sentence, the noun is sort of implied. It's going to be a room or a building, okay? But they're basically saying it isn't very light in here, okay? So we're modifying that noun, okay? It isn't very light in here. It's quite dark, okay? So that is an adjective. Number 3, Dad watched Mum light the candles, okay? This is going to be a verb, okay? So you can think of to light. It's going to light a fire, to light a candle, okay? That's what we're saying there, and a verb obviously is an action, doing word, or a state of being, okay? And then the last one is an adjective. What a light bag this is, okay? So light is modifying the noun is bag, and light, the word light is modifying the bag. Okay? It's saying it's a light bag. Cool. Now, I'm just going to run through and go over our knowledge, okay, to reinforce knowledge, just to make sure we're all clear on what to do. So a noun is a part of speech that names a person, place, thing, idea, action, or quality, okay? And they can be split into 2 groups, common or proper nouns, okay? Now, if you remember from yesterday when we looked at capital letters, we looked at proper nouns, didn't we? And we agreed that proper nouns always have a capital letter, okay? So here I've got an example. For example, table is a common noun, so table would not have a capital, but Russia, the name of a place, a country, is a proper noun, okay? So Russia would be capitalized. Now, a verb. A verb is a word used to describe an action, state of being, or occurrence, okay? So, for example, the girl talks quietly, okay? The verb is to talk, okay? And then an adjective. An adjective is a word that modifies a noun or noun phrase, okay? So, the green monster. So the adjective, highlighted in blue, is green, okay? It's modifying the monster. It's giving us more information about the monster. So now we've refreshed our memories. Let's have another go at the table, okay? So same setup as before. You just need to pause the video, have a go, and then you can just number them like we said before, and then we'll go through the answers, okay? So pause here, have a go, and then we'll go through it. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to go through the answers. So the spaceship rounded the moon, okay? So this is a verb, okay? To round the spaceship. This is what the spaceship is doing, okay? It rounded the moon. Good. Number 2, from Earth, from space, the Earth looks round, okay? This is an adjective. Why? Because it's modifying the Earth, okay? We're giving extra information about the Earth. It looks round. Good. And the last one is a noun, okay? The desert round proved tricky in the competition. So what we're saying is the desert round is part of the competition. It's a thing, okay? So the desert round proved tricky in the competition. So you might have lots of different rounds. You might have an ice round. You might have a mountain round, okay? Whatever it is, it's a thing. It's part of the competition. Good. Now, you will now need to read chapter 6 of Cosmic, okay? So this is going to help you with the activity later on in the lesson. And just as always, you can find the link to the chapter in Teams or on our class Paths YouTube channel, okay? But you definitely need to listen to it first, okay? Because otherwise you're not going to be able to carry on with the lesson. So go do that now, pause here, and then come back and join us and we'll carry on, okay? Brilliant. Right, oh, sorry about that arrow, it shouldn't be there, but that's okay. It will make sense very soon. Right, parental concerns. Now, we just read that chapter, haven't we, okay? And one of the key themes coming out of chapter 6 is the concerns that Liam's parents are raising about Liam's behaviour, how he's feeling, how he's getting on, okay? And as we know, like, parents are likely to be concerned about their children, okay? But what do you think Liam's parents in particular are likely to be concerned about, okay? Now, we're going to go through these now quickly, okay? And this is really going to help us later on. So here are our concerns. So, for example, one of them that I identified, okay, is a lack of real friends, okay? You remember his dad says, you have no real life friends, okay? And his withdrawal into the computer game World of Warcraft, okay? Another concern is Liam's impulsive behaviour and tendency to lie, getting him into dangerous situations. So we've noticed, for example, Liam's quite happy to disappear from his school party and go off on rides. He's quite happy to take assemblies pretending to be a teacher, and he's also quite happy to jump into Porsches and almost drive off, even though he has no idea how to drive, okay? So he's clearly got sort of an urge in him to do things that are going to get him in trouble, okay? Naturally, your parents are going to be very concerned about that. Now, here's another one. So the fact that he's being picked on for being different, they're very tall, and he has a beard, okay? So he's, as we know, he feels a bit uncomfortable, okay? He's so much taller than everyone else. He's got a beard before other people, and that makes him feel like he's different, and he feels uncomfortable in his own skin, okay? And then another one is his frustration at being his life situation, okay? Being stuck in Bootle in Liverpool, when he wants to explore the world, okay? So I think his parents are concerned that he's growing up too fast, okay? He keeps thinking, oh, I just want to be somewhere else, or, you know, why do I have to go to school when I could be traveling the world, going to visit all these Waterloos, okay? So these are just some of the things that his parents are likely to sort of be worried about, okay? You need to be, for today's activity, you're going to have to get yourself into the mindset of Liam's parents, okay? It's going to be good. Now, Liam's dad reaching out. So, as you would have found out when you were listening to chapter 6, towards the end of the chapter, Liam's dad attempts to sort of improve his relationship with his son, okay? So he's taken an interest in Liam's favourite game and is beginning to see the situation from Liam's point of view. So if you remember, he starts to sort of, remember they were going to play Monopoly. The parents were quite insistent, like, go on, let's play Monopoly. And Liam was like, oh, I don't want to play Monopoly. No, not at all, okay? So Liam decides to go off and go play World of Warcraft, his favourite game, okay, the online game. And his dad has kind of been like, he's kind of realised that, okay, maybe I do need to reach out a little bit here and connect with my son, okay? So, and basically during this sort of dialogue between the dad and Liam, we kind of find out that the reasons why Liam prefers, and it's kind of hinted at earlier in the book, but we find out why Liam prefers his life on World of Warcraft than he does to real life, okay? Because if you remember, he's not judged on World of Warcraft, okay? He can be whoever he wants to be, okay? One of the interesting things they point out is that his avatar, and his dad really sort of takes note of this, is that Liam's avatar, so kind of the profile that he chooses on that game, is actually shorter than average, okay? Now, if you remember, in real life, Liam's incredibly tall, okay? But on this game, he's shorter than average. He has that choice, and he's decided that he wants to be smaller, okay? The reason he gives is because he can have more agility, okay? Which is probably reasonable. I think Liam only really cares on World of Warcraft about being, what is it? He says he's currently level 40 and he wants to get to level 70, okay? So he just wants to get better and better. But you can kind of see that maybe there's some of that insecurity and uncomfortableness there, where he's saying, actually, I just want to be like a normal height or even smaller than normal, okay? And he basically goes on to say that how it's really difficult for him because he can do all of these amazing things in real life, but people still pick on him and they're still not very nice to him, okay? So he says, and then you find out there's this part of there's this passage where it says, Dad nodded his head like it all made sense to him, okay? So this is the dad reaching out and trying to understand Liam's point of view, okay? It's a really interesting part of the book. It's really nice, I think. All right. Now, a note of advice. So today, your main task is to write Liam a note of advice to help him with the problems he is facing, okay? So you're going to take on the role of Liam's dad, and you can think of this note as the kind of thing that you would slip under your child's door, okay? It's kind of like it's a friendly sort of, you know, it's not an in-your-face, intense, like sit-down chat where it's like, you know, really serious and all, you know, just too much. It's a very much a friendly, reaching out kind of thing, okay? And you want to show the child that you care and you're here to help them, okay? Now, I'm gonna, you remember the concerns we found out earlier? I'm going to bring them through, okay? And you're going to use one of those. And my advice for you, like I say, is to focus on only one of them, okay? This is for two reasons, really. One of them is because you don't want to overwhelm someone, okay? I'm sure we've all been in situations before where someone's giving you advice and they just start reeling off list after list, and you just think, like, whoa, this is too much, okay? But the other reason is because it will help you focus your writing, and it will help you utilize the structure that I'm going to give you, okay? That's going to help you and give you the best shot of succeeding at this task. So you are going to choose one of these four concerns, okay? So if you can remember these, you've got Liam's lack of real friends and withdrawal into computer game, his impulsive behavior, tendency to lie, the fact that he's being picked on, and his frustration in life, and the fact that he's maybe growing up a bit too fast, okay? Now, we're going to follow steps of success, and you're going to refer to these steps of success, and I would like to see you utilizing them in your answers, okay? Now, first thing we're going to do is identify our concern. So you're going to identify the one thing that you want to help Liam with, okay? Now, for me, in my example, I'm going to focus on the fact that he's being picked on for being different, okay? He's unusually tall and has facial hair before other people. Now, the first step I'm going to do is that in my note, I'm going to reassure Liam that how he feels is likely to be a very normal part of growing up. And I can assure you that being picked on and sort of developing at different rates to other people is an incredibly normal part of growing up, okay? Everyone goes through it at their own sort of pace, and, you know, everyone deals with it in different ways, but it's so normal, okay? So you're going to reassure Liam this. Then you're going to make it personal, okay? Now, one thing you could do, for example, is you could tell Liam about how maybe when you were younger, you were really tall as well, when you were sort of before everyone else. Maybe you grew and had a growth spurt before other people, okay? You're going to relate to him. And why does this help? Because it helps you sort of empathize the situation, and it helps you show that you understand and care, okay? So you can give an example of when you faced a similar problem. Now, obviously, you can do this. These steps of success aren't just for this example where he's being picked on. You can choose any one of these four sort of concerns, okay? And you can apply the same framework to that. I'm just using this one as an example. Okay. Now, you're then going to give Liam a sensible action point, okay? So something he can do to improve how he feels. So that could be saying to Liam, you know, I'm here to talk if you need to, and, you know, you can tell me what's going on and we can sort it out. Or it could be something along the lines of maybe suggesting to Liam that either you go and talk to the school about the fact that he's being picked on, or that you encourage Liam to do that, okay? And basically tell the teachers that, you know, he's being picked on, people aren't being very nice to him, and the teachers are there obviously to help with that situation. They can do something, but if they don't know, then it's harder for them to sort it out, okay? So that could be your action point. It could be all sorts of things here, but it's something to sort of show to Liam that actually there is something you can do right now to make yourself feel better. And the last step is really just to say that, you know, whatever happens, you're always going to be there for him no matter what, okay? So as you remember, you're the parent, you're going to be there and you're going to say, look, Liam, whatever happens, we love you, we care about you, and we're going to look after you, okay? That's that last bit, just to show Liam that you're not just being critical and telling him, you know, he needs to do this, he needs to do this, and he needs to do this. It's more kind of, you know, we're here to help, I want to look after you, and that's the tone that you want to go for with a note like this, okay? You're not criticizing Liam, you're giving him advice and helping him deal with his feelings and improve his situation, okay? So now it's your turn. So as I've said, remember, you're going to focus on one concern and be as understanding as you can. And you're going to use the step of success. So what I would suggest you do is, I'm going to put them up on the next slide, okay? I'm going to suggest that you keep this slide up on your screen as you're writing your note, okay? Because you can follow these steps of success and you can tick them off if you want. You can say, right, I've done this, I've identified concern, I've reassured him, I've made it personal, okay, I've given him action point, and you can go through and really make sure you're hitting all of those points. And I think that's really going to help you, okay, because this is a tricky task. I'm going to warn you now, okay, we're not going to do a bronze, silver, gold for this task, okay, I just want you to give it a go. And by the way, if you are struggling, you don't have to include every single one of those points, okay? If you just want to do maybe 2 or 3 points, maybe you just want to start by identifying it, reassuring him, and then you want to give him an action point and then let him know you care, that's fine, okay? Whatever works for you and whatever you think is effective, okay? But just give it a go. I'm really interested to see how you get on, okay? We haven't done something like this before, I don't think, not that I've, not that I've been a part of, okay? So I think it's going to be really nice to see how you get on and just give it your best shot, okay? Best of luck, and I look forward to marking them later, okay? Thanks very much. Bye-bye.